Two cutters through the middle. Artie up for three.
Tēnā tātou katoa. Welcome along here today to Rodney Green Arena here in the Hawke's Bay. I am Byron Sanders. I'll be your commentator for this morning's B grade final. I'm joined here alongside me with John Mathias, the coach of the Dunedin men's team. John, what are you expecting to see from this morning's fixture?
I've been looking forward to this one, to be honest with you, Byron. I watched these guys playing in pool play and they are very evenly matched. We played Eastern Pakuranga in the final last year of B grade, and gee, they look better this year than last year, so this will be a cracker.
Yeah, we know that both teams here are really, really strong. Christchurch have got depth right throughout the court, as do Eastern Pakuranga. So it's really going to come down to two teams that are willing to put it all on the line there, reduce their error rate, ensure they've got clear structures coming through court. Any key kind of standout situations that you've got your eye on?
Well, I think a lot of it down there, Eastern Pakuranga shooting it is based around their tall shoot, but it's not just him, it's the way they use him. So he sits back and they roll that circle very well. They've got good experience bringing the ball to circle edge. It's just going to be a great matchup. It'll be very physical, I think, at the start.
Yeah, nice. So we're just a matter of seconds away from starting this morning's B grade final. Christchurch have gone through this grade undefeated. Only in Eastern Pakuranga, their only loss throughout this grade here has been to Christchurch in pool play. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top here this morning for the final. Looks like we've got Eastern Pakuranga with the first ball to pass off with. We're just dealing with a wee bit of moisture on the court by the looks of it. The reserve umpire, Kate Beveridge, providing a bit of assistance there. Here we go, Eastern Pakuranga willing to go back already, which is great to see. Good resets available on the transverse line there. Each ball hotly contested already. Both defenders out of play there, both penalised, and the goal attack able to slot that goal through. That'll be a good nerve settler for Eastern Pakuranga.
Straight away, you're seeing great patience from both teams. It's not easy at the start of a game like this. It'll be pretty tense out there and there'll be a lot of nerves.
That's right. See there Sam Pedersen, the goal shooter, called for contact against the post. But a bit of a wayward ball there, sees Christchurch regain possession. You're absolutely right though, John. Every team in a final is always going to have those nerves in the first few minutes. It's often about who settles those first and gets into the rhythm of their structures and their play.
Great drive through, good punching onto the ball. Leave it, you notice the court splits out nice wide and then goes towards the centre. They'll be pretty settled, Eastern Pakuranga. Nice and measured. There's a good screen.
Lovely entry into the circle there from the goal attack. And slots that one through. We'll have some very tired and sore bodies as well. These grades are really demanding in terms of the volume of play that's required. They would have played 8 games leading up into this final, 7 pool matches in a semi. Lovely pressure on the body there from Hayes, who's a goalkeeper there for Christchurch.
I think Pakuranga will be unhappy with that. They've been so calm on the ball to date, and that's really going to be their game. The more they can hit that circle edge, the more that allows that goal attack to roll the circle and opens up that shoot. That's their game.
Bit of a zone set up there from Christchurch. Broken through though largely by Eastern Pakuranga. Just moving with the pace of the ball.
Corner there, here comes the roll, there goes the ball in. Draws the player out, beautiful.
Lovely pick up there from Hayes again. Just a bit too much on that ball over the top.
Exactly what Christchurch wanted to do, apply that pressure and make them feed that long ball, and then they wait for it.
Lovely hole from Sam in the shooting circle there. Just opening up that space to drive into the baseline for him. Slots the goal through. Lovely straight look in.
It looks easy, that pass, but it's not.
No.
That's great body position by the shoot.
You can see here from these few sequences of play how quickly both teams are able to score there. Unlucky there from the wing attack for Eastern Pakuranga. Call for an obstruction on that deflection. They were fairly confident they had it. Call back by the umpire as well just to set that penalty.
See the shooters holding that space, holding big space. Here comes the drive base, which releases the shoot.
Yep.
Beautiful draw from the goal attack. Geez, it's tight in there with that goalkeeper and the goal shoot.
It is, isn't it?
There's the contact.
Hotly contested.
Shoot will hold space. Look at the footwork, trying to get one foot in front of the other. Holding on to that leg.
Oh, a bit of a wayward pass there. Picked up by Maddie Beveridge from Christchurch, centre. Good lines there from Will Kirk and wing attack, and a lovely pass in there. Again, space well held by Sam Patterson, the goal shooter there.
Sort of overplaying his hand there, the wing attack. You get that 2.5 seconds and you jump forward, you're excited, you think you're going to get it, and you release that pressure. Great roll.
Lovely roll. Kept in play, but picked up by Eastern Pakuranga.
Here we go. We need to work the ball to circle edge there, Pakuranga. There's the hold from the wing attack. He presents, and he looks long and looks in. Oh, big hand over the top.
Didn't quite slot that one, but picked up the rebound.
These are big guys, Byron. How tall's that goal shoot for Pakuranga?
I'm not sure on the exact centimetres, but it's definitely close to the 2 metre mark. I'm fairly certain if he stuck his hands up, he'd be touching the rim of the post there.
Pakuranga have got to tidy up this defence. If they keep conceding on that 2 seconds for distance, they're just going to let Canterbury run through them. That's better. That's patient. Good flow. Here comes the screen and the roll. Beautiful. Lovely to see.
Lovely footwork there from Amosa in goal attack. Just knowing that right timing to lift the body and jump back close to the post. Bit of a falcon there to the goal defender's face from his teammate. Lovely look and release there from Will Kirk in wing attack. Clearly played a lot of netball together, these guys. They just know where each other are going to be and they can release on that first second with confidence too. So John, you've been in a fair few B grade finals yourself. What does it take to win one of these titles?
I think the key thing for any of these teams is just to know their roles within the team. There's nothing worse than going out into a game and not really understanding or what your role is, what your part is. As a defender, a lot of it is that raw emotion and that determination, and then having the calmness on attack, but having a plan. If you've got a plan, you're halfway home. And that
Good
won't
pick
help.
up there from EP. Lovely driving through court from the goalkeeper, taking every second pass there through that goal third. And clearly move with real pace. Not the right option there, but deflected again. Oh, no. Bit of to and fro. There we go. We've got the end of the first quarter there. Very tightly contested. Christchurch up just by 1 point there. 7 points to 6 for Eastern Pakuranga. We'll be back after a really short break.
Friendly reminder, we have our prize giving for all our finals themselves as well as other awards this afternoon following the A grade game, and that'll be around 2:30 itself on court 7.
Kia ora koutou, welcome back to we're about to start the second quarter of the B grade final here. Christchurch taking on Eastern Pakuranga. Christchurch with just a 1 point lead here to begin this game. John, what have you seen so far?
I've seen two different styles. I've seen Eastern Pakuranga really need to try to hit that circle edge, and it's not as structured as Canterbury. Canterbury seem to be able to flow. They're thinking 2 plays ahead. Eastern Pakuranga are just trying to work it. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops. If that pressure goes on a bit more on Pakuranga to try to get their game running versus the fluid Canterbury game. There's that first intercept. And it goes back.
See a lot of contest on each of those balls, though, isn't there? Nothing's left uncontested.
Wing attack holding top space. Great hands.
It's an interesting dynamic there, isn't it? You've got a goal shooter with a lot of height, but also a goalkeeper able to use their body really well just to keep them out of their space that they want to be in right under the post there. So you've got to be holding really strong and be really clear about that space as well. See a turnover there from Christchurch. Eastern Pakuranga really want to capitalise on that, given it was Christchurch's centre pass.
Look at that goal, keep hunting.
Hayes does have an exceptional read on the game, and just saw that really. It was.
He's a young guy, but he's very experienced.
He is. Started his trade in Nelson as a very, very young player here at a national tournament. He too will have been a part of a number of B grade finals when he was playing for Nelson. And he's very experienced.
Good patience on the circle edge there.
Player. Yes.
Wing attack and centre finding each other, getting themselves out of trouble as the defence were just all over those circle players.
Yep. It's that kind of composure that's going to take you a long way in this type of game, isn't it, as well?
Oh, 100%. 100%. And not easy to do. It looks as if it's simple passing around that circle edge, but it's not just passing, it's also holding your space and showing that space. Little fouls outside the shooting circle will allow Eastern Pakuranga to get to their circle edge.
You don't want to set up a 2-on-1 with one circle defender and 2 attackers.
Goalkeeper get out of play.
Both defenders out of play there. So EP have taken a slight lead here in the second quarter. They're up 9 points to 7.
Oh, it's getting physical in there. Both teams hotly contesting.
Eastern Pakuranga will be very hungry for this win. They were in the B grade final last year, faced off against Dunedin, and that was a hotly contested battle as well, so they'll be definitely wanting this one. In saying that though, of course, Christchurch won't be giving an inch in this
No, absolutely not. That experience from last year's final will be great for Pakuranga. It'll help with their composure. Four minutes gone already. My goodness, that's flown.
That's the thing on these 10-minute quarters. There's really no room to hide here. There's no scope for just playing the ball around and waiting for something to open up. You've got to take every moment as it comes and really ensure that if you're down, you've got to go for it.
No, 100%. Looks like there's a lot of contact in the game, but the men's game's a little bit different because the bodies are so big. There's not as much room to move, so the shooting circle becomes a very small place.
Yes.
So it may look as if it's more aggressive than in fact it is. It's all fair contesting.
See here we've got a new goal defender on for Christchurch. Great in these situations, as I said earlier, you know, with some tired bodies, sore legs, bringing on some fresh energy.
100%.
And I'm sure that the coach for Christchurch will, Tyler Ngātai, will have been in the ear of that goal defender coming on, being really clear about what he wanted in that position.
It's easy to think that you bring on subs and things get weaker, but men's game has got such depth nowadays that, you know, they play right down to 11, 12 players and everyone's just as good as the next.
Yeah.
It's a conveyor belt of height and athleticism.
Too much weakness there on one of those passes to a Christchurch player, and it's been turned over to Eastern Pakuranga. We're very quickly in their shooting circle already. Lovely lean there from Hayes though. Shooter not wanting to put that up to the post, looking for the pass as the outlet.
Let's put that ball a bit more out into space. That goal shoot's got an enormous wingspan. We need to use it.
Yeah.
I say we, it's the royal we, it's not me. I'm doing nothing.
Royal we feel like we're really well invested in these types of games, so it's like you're in there with them.
Look at that centre just holding back to be that support player.
Lovely release there.
Wasn't it nice? That goal attack just drives out and just pulls that whole defensive system apart.
That's the right space there, right up with a bit of a teardrop pass there, utilising the goal shooter's height. Really slick play there from Christchurch. Very clear about where those passes are going to be, but they also knew where their players were going to be. Looked like a bit of a set play to me. Great 1-2 there from the wing attacking centre. Just not quite seeing something. And again, that release, shooter to shooter, converted for Eastern Pakuranga. So Eastern Pakuranga have drawn out to a bit of a 4-point lead here. We've got 3 minutes to run in the second quarter. What do we need to see Christchurch do in order to pull this back? What do you think, John?
I think, I mean, they've got a plan. You just stick with the plan, right? 4 goals is 2 turnovers. It's nothing in a game like this. And when you've got big hunters, they can hunt from under the post out to a sideline. You know, anything can happen. And it doesn't take long to turn around. It's certainly one of those things you just can't, you don't get a grasp of how big some of these guys until you're standing beside them, right? You don't see these fellas walking around countdown for some reason.
Yeah, they're certainly very, very tall.
Great look. Great hands. Double jump there. Goes in eventually.
It does.
Things like that double jump and the hoists, holding players up in the air. The men's game can bring a lot of different facets and styles.
Some of these guys, you'd honestly think they had springs in their feet, though.
You can see Pakuranga keep setting up that screen up in the top of the, just above the top of the circle there. They set up a screen between the centre and the wing attack every time they try to bounce off that, hit that circle edge. Canterbury are onto that. That's great hand.
Lovely
great,
read there from Hayes.
Great reaction.
Oh, yes, I was going to say that surely was a replay ball, or in fact it looks like it might be out of court. No, replay ball. Seems to be a bit surer of the ball. Placement when we're passing there for Christchurch.
I wouldn't have thought it, but I would say that Christchurch seems more nervous, if that's the right word, out of both teams. Even when they turn the ball over, it's that quick haste and that excitement. What's next?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have expected that. Beautiful draw.
Lovely. Really good setup there. Yeah, you're right. I think they are. They do look a little bit nervous there, Christchurch. I'm unsure as to how much pressure they've had throughout their pool play to set them up well for this kind of really contested type of game. Trying to put a goal in there in that last second, but not quite sinking. So we've got a bit of a change of the lead there. Eastern Pakuranga up 15 points to Christchurch's 13 at the half-time break, and we'll be back with you in just a few moments.
Now it's Emmy, there is, believe it or not, a post-tournament function following our event today for all teams, their whānau and supporters. This will be held today at Napier Old Boys Marist Rugby Club. That's 9 Clyde Jeffrey Drive here in Napier. That will start at 5 o'clock following our prize giving. Kai and beverages are available for purchase, and that is the post-tournament function for all teams, whānau and their supporters. Starting on court 8 very shortly, we've got our 20s and under teams taking the court at 11:30 a.m. That's over here on court 8. The awesome Waitaki 20s are playing Kitty Kitty Roa 20s here on court 8 at 11:30. Also a reminder to Emmy that there are no draws today. That's right, there are no draws. There must be a winner. So at the end, the very end itself, there will be, if the two teams are tied up, there is a 4-minute break, and then both teams take the court again for another 3 minutes each way. So today, there is no draws. We're looking for a winner here at the New Zealand National Men's Tournament for 2025.
Tēnā tātou katoa, welcome back to this B grade final. Here we've got Eastern Pakuranga taking on Christchurch at the New Zealand Men's and Mixed Netball Association Men's Nationals. We're based out here at Rodney Green Arena in the Hawke's Bay, the sunny, warm Hawke's Bay. Half time, we've got Eastern Pakuranga 15 points up to Christchurch's 13. John, what have you seen in the first half of netball here?
I think we've seen a bit of shell shock, to be honest, from Canterbury. Normally such a fluid team, certainly the favourites to win this grade. They came down from A grade last year, and a very, very good team, really slick. And I think Pakuranga have come out and given them a bit of a fright.
Yeah. They'll be happy with that though. They've gained possession off a missed shot there from Eastern Pakuranga, so Christchurch bringing the ball through court now. Defensively, Eastern Pakuranga just seem to be getting their hands to a lot of ball though. Everything is being contested.
Oh, that's big.
We've got an offensive penalty, a contact there from the goal attack Amosa. So we've turned possession over again.
If Christchurch could have scored, that would have been a real dent in the confidence for Pakuranga. So this turnover could be massive for them. Get it down the other end, just settle things down a bit. playing nice width.
What I've liked and I've seen from both teams is that they're not afraid to go back. They're actually really clear about what's available as a reset. They're not trying to force too much.
Like that.
Like that, yeah. Wing attack though, confident they gained possession of that first. Unfortunately the umpire saw differently.
Wing attack rolling on his player. Look there. That's composure. That's experience, right?
Yeah.
That's a good settler.
Yeah, Eastern Pakuranga will be happy with that. But you saw that took 2 minutes out of a 10-minute quarter, so you've got to be using every second available to you to convert points and really contest everything in order to gain possession again.
I'll tell you what, Pakuranga see that bomb go in, and that's a win for the defence, right? That's a force.
Yeah, that's right.
Anytime you see that ball go up, that's an opportunity for these guys.
Here we go, Christchurch gain possession again.
Same thing both ways.
Yep. I've been quite impressed with Christchurch's transition through the mid-court too. A lot of teams get stuck in that transitionary phase and they're actually really able to... there's a real slickness to that.
They know each other.
Yeah.
They've got an idea what they're going to do and they trust themselves. Back they go. Trying down the other side.
Yeah.
Look down, nothing there. Let's use our width and go down the other side. Great draw out to the sideline, opens up that pass. Oh.
Great rebound there from Sam. Oh.
It was a bit like you shooting, Byron.
Oh, I can tell you now, he's definitely a damn sight better than what I am. As you mentioned before, a number of these Canterbury players know each other very, very well. They've benefited from coming through a bit of an unders program that that Christchurch have got going on there. And they've been well drilled.
Great take.
Yeah. And there you have it, all tied up.
Oh, coach killer.
Oh dear. Breaking call there, I think, from the goal attack, by the looks of things.
It's a momentum shift. Oh! Great hands by the goalkeeper coming out.
Christchurch will be happy with this. They've managed to regain the lead here just by 1 point, but their centre pass. Sam's got a lovely strong hold there and very clear arm, signifying to his team where he wants the ball.
Pakuranga need to score this.
They absolutely do, yeah.
They need to stop the rot. Keep calm. Clear space. You're getting caught in a channel. Shot.
And just like that, half of that quarter's gone already. We do refer to the third quarter as the championship quarter, so often if teams can make the most of this quarter, they can pull away and consolidate a lead or just gain a bit of a mental edge there as well. Lovely drive through court there from the wing attack. Not the right pass option though. It just...
Oh, the goal attack drew his player out. The goal shoot just wasn't holding that space. As a feeder, you have to be able to pull back that pass. Beautiful.
Here we go back the other way again.
Speed of transition, ball to circle edge.
Goldhack will be happy that it gets to be pulled back, gets another attempt at that, and sinks that one. So Christchurch is up by 1 here. Their centre pass. Need to make sure we keep moving to the ball, hey. Some of those balls just not sinking for
That's pressure.
Christchurch goal shooter.
That's pressure. Stress does funny things to humans.
Yep.
Pakuranga wing attack is just owning this end of the court.
He really is. Very clear drives. And the rest of his team seem to know where he's going to be in order to pass to him pretty quickly. Just very
100%.
available.
Lots of give and goes.
Yeah.
He needs that ball in his hand. He seems like he's running that entire offense.
Here we go, another change here, bringing on another goal defender, beg your pardon. I believe it's Tyler.
What a shock. It's another 6'3" guy.
Yeah.
See how they're trying to leave that goal shoot open. But Pakuranga don't fall for it. They ease the ball to circle edge, and it goes.
Yeah.
Happy days, Pakuranga.
Goal attack doing a mountain of work there, and again we've had another change of the leaderboard here. Eastern Pakuranga pulled in front again. Great moving there from the wing attack. Dylan Dodd. Excellent. Christchurch convert that all tied up. About a minute and a half to run here in this third quarter. This is a very tightly contested game. Expect nothing less of this grand final here for the B grade.
Both teams will be watching the clock as well. You want to have that. You want to make sure that you use that changeover of position from the end of the third quarter as a defensive ploy. If you can leave the opposition having that centre pass while the quarter break ends, it's yours. It's a turnover.
Yep.
It's hard getting through there.
Great moving the ball around here from EP.
Oh, there's ball to top is good. Only 20 seconds left.
Oh, great footwork there from the goal shooter.
Oh, this could play really, really well. Get that ball in.
Yep.
Force that next centre pass. Oh,
Unfortunately,
dear.
straight over the top of the rim there. And there you have it, we're all tied up, 22 points apiece as we head into the fourth quarter. Here we have the B grade final, Eastern Pakuranga versus Christchurch. This is going to be an excellent final quarter. We'll be back with you very shortly.
to you. We are gearing up for the last quarter here of the B grade Christchurch A versus Eastern Pakuranga. It is currently drawn. We need a winner. Put your hands together for the last quarter of the B.
Kia ora koutou, welcome back to the B grade final here. It could not get any tighter, John. 22 points apiece. What's it going to take for one of these teams to pull ahead?
This is where it starts getting very emotional. Okay, so it's tight. It's going to be very physical. There'll be bodies on the line, but I just want to touch on that last play. 5 seconds to go, 6 seconds to go. That layup misses. If that goes in, they're up by 1. Canterbury centre pass, and then it's basically a 2-point swing.
So we've got Canterbury with position here. This is where you've got to engage both your body and your mind, right? Netball is a position game. You've got to keep driving to every single pass. But equally, you've got to keep the top 2 inches, your brain engaged, and use your smarts. Canterbury lost position there. I believe there might have been a step-in call. Good defensive pressure here from Christchurch. They're keeping that ball nice and high.
Look at that wing attack working. This is the real
Very high for the
physio's quarter this one.
Yes.
These guys have had a long tournament. This is hard work. Oh,
And that was the wrong option
patient.
there. Yeah.
Be patient. Goal shoot, admonishing him.
And that there is where I'm talking about the top 2 inches. Hayes, the goalkeeper there from Christchurch, definitely set that up.
Oh,
he played off the shooter, made the Eastern Pakuranga team think that was on. Oh, lovely. Unfortunately, the umpire's calling that out. Obviously, a foot over the line there from the goal defender for Eastern Pakuranga.
Fourth quarters, it's easier to be a defender than an attacker. Defenders just work off that raw emotion.
Yep.
Attacking, you've just got to slow yourself down, do the basics.
Lovely bit of Hollywood there from the goalkeeper, thinking that he was throwing off the goal shooter, but in fact the umpire saw quite differently that in fact the goalkeeper had contacted.
Here's the physicality comes in.
I think important to give a bit of a mihi to our umpires too. They too will have some tired and sore bodies after a long tournament. They put in a lot of effort and energy. They put a lot of time into perfecting their craft, and we wouldn't have a game without them. So a big thank you to all of our umpires. We've had some exceptionally talented umpires throughout this tournament.
It's been really good, possibly the best umpires I've seen for many, many years in this tournament.
Yep.
They've been good, they've been strong, and any calls, I think the teams have started to accept that, you know what, physicality is physicality, fair contesting is fair contesting.
That's right.
And they're happy with the umpires to make their calls and they accept it.
Yep. The umpires are really good at kind of coaching and providing some instant feedback too, and that they're clear about what's gone wrong from their perspective. Oh, bit of a lost position there. Ball went over the top of the head of the wing attack.
Keep nice and calm, keep spread, keep that court wide. Looking down.
Definitely doing a bit of a box zone here in the mid-court from Christchurch.
A lot of zones get played in men's because they can cover so much space.
Yep. Hands over too. Just trying to block the vision in.
Oh, they're forcing that lob. Don't force the lob. Great pressure. Pakuranga.
Just taking a moment to set that play up. Sam really strong on the hold there.
These pressure situations, every pass is harder. The spaces seem smaller. The bodies are tired. Could be a shoot. Nice, use the width on the court, ball to circle edge. That's their game. Very lucky call. Lucky to get that back. Bowl out.
So the umpire providing some really clear direction here about what's happened. Not sure if that's in advance of the play. Sorry, we can't hear what's exactly going on there. But just providing some very clear and specific feedback to the players. That's what I was mentioning earlier. Not that the players necessarily always want to hear it, but it's actually really helpful if you can bring yourself to take on board that feedback. It's just going to improve your game.
I don't think the players are having a go at anyone in particular. There's a lot of frustration involved.
That's right.
There's a lot on this. They've been practicing for 4, 5, 6 months, maybe more for some of them.
Yep.
And it all comes down to 5 minutes.
That's just it. You just mentioned we've got 5 minutes left to run in this match, in this final for the B grade here at New Zealand Men's and Mixed Men's Championships.
Pakuranga were in this exact position last year where it came down to the last 10 or 15 seconds.
So what do you think that they've hopefully learnt from that experience from last year, John? What do they need to apply to this next 4 minutes?
I think they need to look at where they are. If they're up by 2 or 3, they've got to look to use that clock and chew a bit of time.
Yep.
You know, not everyone likes to do it, but I'm a big fan of chewing that clock down. The clock's your friend. It can also be your worst enemy.
Yeah, that's right. Lovely drive through there, just a release from the goal attack. Got a 2-on-1 in the circle.
Step it in, just play your player back. There we go. Nerves.
Yeah, I think that goal attack's definitely seen the pressure applied now. There we go. Too easy for that goal shooter.
You notice they leave that their top circle feeder open and hunt it from this inside the circle backwards. Definitely a clear tactic.
Lovely 1-2 there between the wing attack and goal attack for Christchurch. Just getting them also closer to that circle, popping the goal through.
Might be a good time, Byron, to explain to all the viewers what happens if it's a draw.
Yeah, so if it does end up in a draw at the full-time whistle, we will go into extra time. Obviously, in a final like this, we require a winner, so we can't have a draw. So the international netball rules would see us have 2 7-minute halves. Well, we've seen a warning dished out here from the umpire. Sorry to interrupt that, quarter or around extra time, but a warning in advance of play. And there we go, Christchurch have gained position there. And nice into the circle there from Christchurch. They'll be thrilled with that turnover. It puts them ahead by 2 with their centre pass to come. And just over 2 minutes tracking for the rest of this game.
The legs are burning.
Their legs are burning, but you can see them. They're rotating like a washing machine there. They're willing to move that ball around. And just going back to the transverse and taking the time to get it into the goal.
2 minutes is a long time, Byron.
Yeah. Here we have a 3-goal lead, beg your pardon.
Score this, don't force it. You don't need to force it. You've still got time.
Oh no, but much on that pass, and the centre just not able to pull that in.
Okay, Christchurch.
Hayes just looking for direction from the umpires. Right, so how are they going to control this?
Use your time, spread the court. Look, they're happy to go backwards.
Here we go, they're moving that through the court.
A 30-second goal could seal it. There they go. Playing the ball around, playing the clock as we talked about. This is a very smart team.
It is, yeah.
Well coached. Good experience.
Able to pull the penalty
There's
there.
a contact. Yeah, this contact takes about 40 seconds to set.
Goal defender wants that ball back in their hands to move on with play.
Killing the game.
Yep.
Outstanding.
Absolutely.
Looks easy to do, it's not.
Replay ball there from the goal defender. Got 30 seconds on the clock left to run.
This is a great
Christchurch
set.
in position
Great
with-
set by Christchurch.
Yeah.
That's A-grade stuff. Playing the
Yep.
clock down, doing what they need to do.
See the bench for Christchurch up on their feet. Tyler Ngatai, their coach, will be absolutely thrilled with this performance. It was pretty tight, but they've managed to pull it away, and there they go,
Wow.
happy. So there you see it. Christchurch, B-grade champions for the New Zealand Men's and Mixed Tournament. 30 points against Eastern Pakuranga's 26.
It could have gone any way in that last 4 minutes. Little things, but that calmness on the ball, the top 2 inches, these guys are good.
Well, kia ora koutou will be back in the not too distant future for the A-grade final. Kia ora everyone.